It was 7 a.m. in the morning. I woke up on my bed and I quickly thought about the game Pou, thinking like, okay, I should feed Pou before anything else happens. So I played Pou and I logged into the game. And things were a bit different. I logged onto the game to play Pou, and mysteriously, I logged onto the game. But things felt a bit different. The atmosphere of the game was a bit different than usual. And, the atmosphere of the game was a bit different, guys, than it originally is. So, things felt a bit different. I saw Pou was a bit hungry, so I decided to feed him. Despite that, for him being a bit hungry, I decided to feed Pou. Then, I decided to... But mysteriously, when I feed Pou, it will make him more hungry. Feeding Pou made him even more hungry until to the point he starved. So until he starved, I don't know what to do. I fed Pou once, now he's starving. So I went to buy different food, like why would that make him starve? And I couldn't buy anything. All I could buy, I went to the food, and whenever I tried to buy everything, it did not work. I just couldn't buy anything at all. Pou was hungry and starving, and I just couldn't buy anything for him. The buttons did not work, or anything like that. Nothing of that sort worked to buy Pou some food. I dug through pretty much everything. I was on level 13, which I still am on. I still am on level 13. This happened to me this morning, and I logged into the. This happened to me this morning. I logged into it. All I could buy were pretzels and square salty biscuits. That's all I could buy for Pou, and yet when I fed him, that does not level up his hunger at all. That doesn't hunger up his at all. Like, I know what would make him hunger up. I thought that this may be a bug in the game or something. And mysteriously, out of nowhere, Pou looked at me. Pou smiled at me for 1 second with sharp raising teeth. This was a split second. It wasn't anything like a flash. It was quicker than that. Meaning that it wasn't barely a second. And it wasn't barely a second or anything like that. It wasn't a second or anything. It was much faster than once before. It was faster than 1 second. Then I decided to Pou showed me his teeth. Then I heard a strange cluttering sound. Now, okay, I didn't really hear that, but Pou teeth. Okay, that was crazy. I decided to go outside. Maybe the flowers needed some watering. I watered the flowers, which seemed perfectly fine. Everything was okay. The water poured, and I even got a notification. I even got an achievement of something for that. But Pou looked at me again. Pou would not stop staring at me. Then all of a sudden I can see red coming from Pou's lips. Pou's lips are red. Stop. What I assumed to be blood coming from Pou's lips, the left lip. I was a bit startled by this. And I didn't know what to do about it. So, I immediately, as Pou was on the bleed, and he was bleeding. Guys, this was terrifying. Pou does not bleed in the game. This is absolutely impossible. I went to somewhere else. I fed Pou. I even gave him... I could see a bit of blood on him, which completely startled me. I went to give him a health potion, and that didn't do anything. There was no way. Either this was some insane hack of the game or something. Either I thought to myself that this game has been insanely hacked by somehow have been insanely hacked, and this isn't supposed to happen, and this must be stopped immediately. Pou continued to bleed. Pou continued to bleed. Pou bleeding. So I decided to do anything to him. I even washed the blood off him, but the blood still stayed there. I washed him, I cleaned him with the soap and the towel, but the blood still remained. I continued, then Pou started to slowly open up his teeth. I was actually getting scared now. Pou opened up his teeth, and I had no idea what happened next. I immediately, guys, shut off. What I did next is that I immediately shut off the game. I shut off the game, I uninstalled it. I installed the game. I even did a whole factory reset on my phone to delete